Welcome back here at Lost Hope. Well, if you can hear it, we've got a new little garage kitty in the garage.
Hi.
And one of the projects we're going to jump on, we're not 100% sure if we're going to do what we think we're going to do. But we're going to start stripping it just to get interior out of it and get it in the van, because the van's going bye-bye next week. We're going to take it back. But what we're thinking about is a little dirt track car. Put a little cage in it. The motor, we don't actually know if it runs yet. We got it. Put a battery in it. Starter sounded horrible. We took it. We have a battery getting ordered, or a starter getting ordered for it. And then we're going to try and make sure and see if it starts. So when we're stripping it, we're just going to take the seats and the carpet and stuff, not a bunch of wires, because some of these, I don't know, I know some of that derbied an Escort before, and you unplugged the speedometer cluster and it didn't run. So we're just going to strip what little bit we can. We're going to try to save the front bumper cover. We tried to save the back, but as soon as we touched it, it was so brittle it just blew apart. But I don't know, I figured it'd be something to practice on with bending tubes for the cage. We do have I think it's more of an exhaust bender, but I have bent tubing with it. There's a couple different ways you can do it. They say you can fill it full of sand and it won't kink, or there's a couple other things. But I just worked it back and forth as I did it. But we're gonna order some wheels for it and get it stripped. After we get it stripped, it's gonna go outside till we get other parts for it to mess with it. And that's pretty well what we're gonna be doing today. Hopefully, if we get a chance tomorrow, the Jeep body is coming in here and we're gonna start cutting the floor pan out of it, because that's what we really want to do this year. We didn't mention the square body fuel cell in a video, or fuel tank in a video. The gauge wasn't working, but it came down to where you switch in between the two tanks. It was stuck, I guess. I read about that, got under there, tapped on it. Now the gauge works, so we didn't really make a video of that. I don't know, it wasn't really much to make. But when we do, I guess we're gonna have to change that. When we do change it, we will get more film on that. But as of now, we're just gonna start stripping this. And my wife's putting more, she's been going around all the chrome, putting pink on it. We did this up here. It's got a couple bubbles in it. Maybe the heat will bring it out. But as of now, I don't know, we might put you on a little time lapse. We do have another way of recording that should work a lot better. Should have a lot more memory, so we'll have longer videos than 20 minutes. My old phone is just not cut out for recording. But we're gonna get to stripping this, and we will do a little time lapse and then show you what we're doing as we go through it. Don't know much about it, and it looks like it's got quite a bit of stuff in it we gotta clean out, but we'll get right back with you here in just a second.
One eternity later.
evening. Didn't get as much done as I wanted to, but got the sunroof out, back windows, got a bunch of the side out. We're ready to start pulling the seats and then rip all the carpet out. Got a little sidetracked. The wife wanted to keep putting, we ended up did the strips on each side. Those take a little bit of time. She was starting to get aggravated and struggle a little bit. But that's done. Now, I don't know, we might strip a little more tonight, but this will probably be all I record for tonight. It's kind of boring. You basically just rip the interior out. But let us know if you think it's a good idea to make this a little dirt track car. It does have an automatic in it. I have been reading about maybe getting, if we went that route, if we go that route, we want to do it the right way. It may not be done by the beginning of race season, but we would plan to race it a couple times next year. But I've been reading about motor.
This you? This you?
And I guess it's not too hard. We can swap a manual into it. See how that all works. But let us know what you think about it. And we'll get back with you tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow we're able to, well, we got birthday parties. And I don't know. Tomorrow or Monday we'll start back on it and see where we're at. We need to, after we strip it, take it and pressure wash it. But we'll catch you tomorrow. All right, so we are back again this morning. Don't have a whole lot of time because we have birthday parties and games and all kinds of stuff to do today. But what I am going to do is the minivan, I need to get the battery and the gas tank out of it and the fuel line that I use, the new fuel line. I think I have everything else. But I need to get that out. And then I am going to do, we actually got to take the wife's car to the birthday party. So there's one more little strip here. She wants to do that in pink before we pull it out. But I don't know. We did the Denali and stuff last year. And it actually held up pretty good. So hopefully this stuff, hopefully the little wrinkles and bubbles and stuff, the sun will pull it out. I don't know. We put a heat gun to it and pulled out some. But yeah, I'm going to go get the fuel tank and the battery out of this van. And should be onto the Denali. Might do a little time lapse of how I do that. I don't know. That's not really interesting to me. Oh, and she's making a license plate. Painted it up last night. I just took a regular license plate, cleaned the stuff off of it, and painted it. I don't know. She's into the cow print. If you look, steering wheel cover, cow print. But I'm gonna go do that real quick. I'm gonna pull the battery and gas tank out of that, and I'll be right back on the next thing we're doing.
I come from the shadows.
So, get the battery out. Actually found some 9-wire left in there. Saved all my fuel line. Got some ratchet straps out of it. Oh, I do gotta pull that computer off. Then we got the old computer. And it's pretty well all cleaned out. Some fuel on there. Oh, it's clamped. But it's all cleaned out and should be just load it down, load it on the trailer, and then I gotta pull my front wheels off, put the aluminum wheels back on it. And then we're gonna go take it back to the guy that I rented it from. But, well, I think what we're gonna do is get the S10, what I got in there, put in here from last night, and then I'm gonna do that Should have enough time to do that sticker on the back of her car. But I guess I'll start recording if I see something I'm doing that's I think might be a little interesting. Looks like there might be a ratchet strap up under the hood. Or no, that's a... Oh, that's where I was trying to pull the front end out. Have to get that out. But yeah, if we find anything interesting, I'll turn on the old camera, I guess. Alright, so we are back again. We're gonna work more on stripping the car in just a little bit so we can get it out of the way. Thanksgiving's coming up in a couple days, so we're gonna get the garage cleared out, and we have came up with an ideal. Boy, still had a little heat to it. Right now it's about to get cold, I guess. So I'm going around and testing all the cars. It's not good. I'm actually glad I did this, because the square body is only good till about 0 degrees. So it's going to need a little more antifreeze. And now I got to find a cap, because I opened the cap while it was warm and it blew off. I actually ran into I didn't really run into an issue, but we was on our way to basketball practice last night, and it's kind of weird. All right. We was on our way to basketball practice last night, and I noticed my battery gauge wasn't working. Well, it was working, but it was showing like 9. So I got to messing around with it. The belt was squeaking. I don't know if anybody else has had the problem, but I've had a problem a couple times where the bolt that goes through the alternator to adjust it, when it tightens up, or when you tighten it up, sometimes it'll strip out in that aluminum housing. So I had that problem. Belt was just a little loose. Tightened it up. It's done great today. This car. Let me see. This is the Expedition that we messed with before. Bailey drove it for a little bit. Damn, I dropped that cap too. Bailey messed with it, or drove it a little bit. And we ended up acting up again. Well, I'm not batting very good right now with this antifreeze. I think this one's got water in it. So that's another one that needs some attention. And I gotta find the cap for it. But I think we're going to, let me just turn it. I think we're actually gonna start messing with it again here soon. But it's nothing promising. But what we are going to do is, I've thought about it, got way too many projects going on. I'm actually going to pull the body off the Blazer and use the Jeep body, the tub, for the Blazer. Shorten the frame, maybe extend the Jeep tub just a little bit, and make our full wheel drive rat rod. So we have the the best of both worlds, I guess. And I don't have the material to make the frame right now, so I don't want to wait until after Christmas to get it. So we're gonna use the Blazer body or frame. But I will get right back with you because I got to find something out about some antifreeze real soon. But I'll get right back here when we start stripping the vehicles. All right, so we're back. I guess the square body needs some. It's only good to 0 degrees. But the Expedition, she's pretty much straight water, so got to get that. All the other vehicles were good. But back to my story. I don't know that I will have the funds and the time to do both the Blazer and the Rat Rod. So I'm definitely doing the Rat Rod. So I think instead of waiting to build a frame, I'm going to use the Blazer frame and either shorten it or extend the Jeep a little bit and make that a Rat Rod river ride together. So hopefully this is pretty well stripped out this evening. The Escort, I mean. And roll it out. There's a couple things I want to do to the square body. There's a fuel line that runs up. I don't think it's horribly close to the exhaust, but it's close enough to where I want to kind of put something else around it to coat it. It's a rubber line that runs down to the hard line down on the frame up to the motor. So I'm going to do that, and then I haven't decided the sequence of how I'm going to do the Blazer, but that's what's next. We have decided there's one Derby that I keep tossing around this fall or spring, but I don't think I'm going to run it either. So we're probably not going to run any Derbies until fair shows pop up. We was going to go to one in Mississippi, but we got a daddy-daughter dance that night, so that's more important. But so we're still going to strip cars and reclip and play around with them, but the main thing that's going to be on the channel for a while is going to be the Rat Rod and maybe some stuff to the square body when we run out of stuff to do to the Rat Rod, or that's when we may slide a Derby car in here and try to reclip it. Never done that before, so we all I guess I'm gonna learn this year. But I'll get to stripping this car. It's mainly seats, trunk. I think I'm gonna actually leave the front windshield and maybe the back glass in it just for more protection from the rain and the electricals in the dash. Might pull the front bumper off of it, but might leave that on there. That way I ain't gotta find a place to store it. But gonna try to strip some more of this stuff out of here so we can get this car out of here. Get right back with you. All right, we've got the seats out, got the trunk all cleaned out. Really all left I think we're gonna do is pull the carpet, this center console, this back area back here, and probably gonna send it outside to wait till we get the starter. That way we know we've not messed no wires up at all, and we can make sure it's gonna run. Some may say, why are you stripping it out if you don't know if it runs? Well, regardless, I think we're gonna try to make it into some kind of a race car, so we'll put a motor in it or something. Or we just don't do stuff that makes sense. One way or another. But we will, I don't know. I know when I was younger, we ran around with some people that built race cars, and like when you pull this door skin off, they'll cut the whole inside of it out. I don't know if we should cut this out. This is like some structure probably. I don't know. Some people just put a cage on it and in it and skin it. But we're not gonna go that into depth. Never even done this before, just wanted to do it pretty well my whole life, but always just derbied, so
There you go.
we'll see how
Free
it
pair
goes.
of pliers.
Huh?
Free pair of pliers.
Where?
Right there by the. Right there.
Oh. Yeah, we found all kinds of stuff in here. Found 2 presents for Bailey's girlfriends and all kinds of stuff. Earrings and... This car definitely had quite a bit of stuff in it. Can you give me a 10? Alright. Sometimes in these cars you can find some weird stuff under the seats. Oh no. That's all our bank shit. So we're gonna see what we can find. If I can figure out how to get in there. Where's that one socket at? We give me like a F12, maybe. Probably gonna be an 11. As you see, the back of our car has become a little scrap box. There's this.
Huh?
Got any ideas of what we're gonna find under here?
Looks like fishes.
Let's see. Oh no, these are still unopened Pop-Tarts. Actually kind of secured down pretty good. I may not find nothing.
Pencil.
It's probably the cleanest I've ever seen it under the seat. Got plenty of spiders, but I've found syringes and knives and all kinds of stuff under these seats before. I've heard of people finding shotguns under old cars. And yeah, I guess that was kind of boring. We'll keep going. All we gotta do is pull the carpet out now and the windows on the side. And we'll get back probably after we do that. That won't be very exciting at all. Thought the seat was gonna be good, but we'll get back with you. All right, so the inside is completely gutted. There's all metal back there. Got the windows out, door panels. We're gonna push this out and clean up, throw the rest in the bed of the S10, then pull the S10 out and put that all in that van and all haul that van hopefully this weekend. I'm off 4 days this weekend. Thanksgiving the Friday after, and then the weekend. So I don't know if we're gonna put the square body in here or not. Probably gonna wait till tomorrow on that. But this is probably gonna be the end of the video. Wasn't that great of a video. Basically, we just stripped out the car and checked the coolant and some stuff. Getting ready for some cold weather. But if you like what you've seen, there'll be better videos than this one, I promise. But if you like what you've seen, and if you want to see us make this a dirt track car, drop a comment and let us know. Or it's ready for whatever we decide to do with it now. But if you like what you've seen, like, subscribe, comment. Let us know if we're doing horrible, doing good, or however it's going. And happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Have a good one.
Here, bud.